What is up, YouTube? It is Docky or Docky Style Gaming, and I am back at it again with another Godfall video for you all today. And this one is the big one, and it's been one that I have been waiting to post about. But this is for Godfall Update 2.4.44. And why is that important? It's because it is the free Primal content update. Now, for those of you who may have been out of the loop, when we got a look at the roadmap, we saw that we were going to be getting a free update in Q1 of 2021, and then Q2 of 2021 we're going to be getting our paid expansion. Well, this update is for our free content update that all players of Godfall will be able to experience. Now, why I'm pretty happy about this is because there's a lot of stuff that I don't think people were expecting in this update. So first and foremost, the primal aspect of this update comes from new types of loot called primal items. Now also there's going to be new ascension levels, a brand new vendor that I don't think people were expecting that will allow you to trade resources for loot, and then also there's Dreamstones 2.0 and Towers of Trials 2.0. So I'm going to be going over a bit of that in this video, mainly just covering the chunk of this patch notes and some of the information that we got from this, but I will be making a separate video detailing every single one of these key features from this update, because there is a lot to unpack, and this would be a huge video if I did it all in one video. So let's just go over the key features and talk about some of the stuff to expect from this Primal update dropping today. So before we get into all of the key features, the post pretty much starts by saying Godfall Primal update. Thanks to all of the fans of Godfall for your continued support since release. As mentioned in December, we have planned a free content update for early 2021 called the Primal update, which offers more challenging content for in-game players and introduces a new loot category called Primal items. Additionally, there will be a way for you to progress and improve your character even after reaching max level, and then also to be sure to tune in to the Epic Spring Showcase where you can watch a new trailer that will be revealed showing off the Primal update. And I mentioned that in my video yesterday that today there will be the Epic Game Showcase where a lot of games and developers are going to be showing off some brand new gameplay footage, having interviews and things like that. But now that that's out of the way, let's get into the meat of this content. So the key features, at least as it says that for both new and veteran players, the Primal update brings big changes to Godfall to test your mettle. Here's a quick summary of the key features coming with this patch. For a more in-depth breakdown, please read our designer's notes after the itemized list. Now again, the designer's notes I will be putting in a separate video so I can break down all of these key features individually, because there is a lot to unpack in every single one of them. These are just very brief descriptions of some of them, but again, just wait and I'll be covering everything else more in depth a little later today. So first and foremost is the Ascension levels. Now it says Ascension levels now let you power up even after you've reached your max level cap, granting you new Ascension powers and Ascension bonuses. And for those players who have been consistently grinding, which I know there have been a bunch in my Discord that it seems like almost every day are non-stop, this is going to be great for them, or just for some of those hardcore players that want that extra grind. The next key feature they mention, and pretty much the title of this update, are the new Primal items. It says, Primal items add a compelling dimension to loot hunting, injecting a massive buff to items' primary traits as a new loot modifier. You'll be able to view the impacts of these effects with our new detailed player stat screen, which here's a brief look at the brand new player stat screen. Now, some things I don't think people were expecting as well, at least not this soon, were complete overhauls almost of Towers of Trials and Dreamstones. But first, let's touch on Towers of Trials. Both regular and ascended versions of Towers of Trials have received a substantial overhaul and expanded content, including fresh new objectives, better rewards, greater challenges, and surprise events that will force you to adapt and test your builds. This increased difficulty will definitely make good use of your new Ascension levels and Primal modifiers. Now, coming to both Ascended and normal Towers of Trials are these things called Banes. It says you can now pick up Banes, which are negative effects on players, but the harder the Bane, the better the loot. And we have a brief look at how the Banes look and the amount of loot bonuses that you'll get depending on the bane that you pick. Now for Ascended Towers of Trials only is going to be the place that you get your primal items. You won't be able to get them from your regular Towers of Trials. So if you want any of that new loot, you're going to have to run that Ascended. But with some of this new difficulty, they also did kind of rework the trial structure as well, and they said that Ascended Towers of Trials is now heavily condensed 30 trials instead of 100, and provides many more keys per trial surpassed. So this definitely means more loot coming from trials, which is a great thing. I always said that trials didn't feel like it was as rewarding as it should be. So it'll be nice to finally get some more rewarding loot, especially with some more or new and exclusive loot coming into that loot pool as well. So I can't wait for that, and hopefully some of those already Ascended Towers of Trials weapons will get some primal variants on those as well. I feel like those will be probably some of the rarest items in the game and potentially some of the strongest. Now next, moving over to Dreamstones 2.0, it says that Dreamstones as well has undergone extensive changes, including improved loot targeting and increased Electrum rewards, which I know a lot of people are going to be very, very happy about. It also says we have also added an entirely new class of items called Volatile Dreamstones that can further improve your rewards. And again, there's actually a lot more to go into with Dreamstones, but I'm saving that for a separate video where I break down all of these key features in complete detail. And then lastly, the thing that I don't think anybody was really expecting, especially not this early on, is an in-game vendor. Now it's called the Xenu Shopkeeper, and it says Xenu is now an in-game vendor that lets you buy weapons with your in-game resources to gear up for challenge runs. Head to the Sanctum to see what Xenu has available for you today, because again, this update drops today. Now I also do like that all of the things you'll be able to get from the shop will be with in-game resources, no real world money, so you know what you get. And again, I'll break that down as well in a separate video, because there is some things about how the rotation is going to work with some of the loot, and certain loot that will come from Xenu Shopkeeper and certain loot that you cannot obtain from the Xenu Shopkeeper. So again, stay tuned for that video. Now again, like all patch notes, there's also a bunch of quality of life, but in this one there is legit a ton of quality of life. And typically in all my update videos, I read every single one of the quality of life fixes, but my God, there is some in just about every category. I have over 20 or 30 fixes for just your general all platform. You have your enemy related items, you have combat related items, you have UI and HUD, even input, sound effects, visual effects, miscellaneous. You have your PlayStation only fixes, your PC fixes. Long story short, there is a ton of fixes, and I ain't about to read all of them. So if you want to check them out, I'll be leaving a link to this full post in the video description, because there's a lot, and there's actually quite a few that I know a lot of people are going to be happy that there are fixes of, and a lot that are player requested fixes as well. So this is a huge update for new content coming to the game that is going to be free for everybody. Like I said, new Towers of Trials 2.0, primal items, Ascension levels, a brand new vendor that I definitely wasn't expecting, and Dreamstones 2.0 all coming for free in what, about a 2-3 month period. Godfall came out in November, and we are just now getting a pretty massive free update even before we get our paid expansion. So I'm pretty hyped to see what the paid expansion is going to be, but today we're focusing on the primal update and all of this new stuff, and you best believe I'm going to get my grind on, and definitely stay tuned to the channel because I'm going to be covering all things that's coming from this update. So that's all I really got for this video and all I really wanted to break down. Thank you all for watching, and like always, be sure to join the Discord if you haven't, because you best believe it is about to be LFG City up there. So if you want people to run with on both PC or PS5, definitely be sure to join the Discord, because we always have people running Godfall 24/7. Also be sure to follow my social media accounts, links are in the video description. That's pretty much all I got for this video, so thank you all for watching. I am out of here, guys. Thanks for the love, thanks for the subs, peace.